Why does your brain suddenly delete English words the second someone asks you a question? You know 1,000 English words. You can read them. You can understand them in movies, in songs, in conversations around you. But the moment it's your turn to speak, blank slate. This isn't a lack of knowledge. It's a neurological glitch, a disconnect between recognizing a word and producing one. Today, we're mapping exactly why that happens and how to fix it, for good. Paradox almost every English learner lives with. Your passive vocabulary, the words you recognize when you read or listen, can be huge. 10,000 words, 15,000, sometimes more. But your active vocabulary, the words your brain can actually pull out in real time, mid-conversation, is a fraction of that. Sometimes just a few hundred words you can access under pressure. That gap is not a flaw in you. It's how the brain is wired. There's a specific neurological dead zone, a moment where your brain recognizes a word perfectly, but can't find the retrieval path to actually say it out loud. So let's kill a myth right now. Forgetting words while speaking is not a sign of poor English. It's a processing error. A traffic jam, not a vocabulary problem. To understand why this happens, we need to talk about two very different parts of your brain fighting for control. When you feel social pressure, someone waiting for your answer, eyes on you, a possible judgment coming, your brain triggers something called an amygdala hijack. Your amygdala is the brain's alarm system, and when it senses a threat, even a social one, like the fear of sounding stupid, it can partially shut down your prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is exactly where complex language processing happens. So here's the cruel irony. The more nervous you get about speaking well, the more your brain shuts down the exact system you need to speak well. Your survival brain prioritizes fast signals, fight, flight, freeze, over complex signals like grammar and vocabulary retrieval. That's why your internal monologue can sound like a native speaker, while your outward speech feels like a broken algorithm. Same brain, two completely different modes. Now, let's talk about what's actually draining your mental bandwidth in real time. If English isn't your first language, every sentence you build involves something researchers call the translation tax. Your brain is quietly switching between your native language's grammar and English's completely different sentence structure, word order, verb tense, prepositions, burning energy before you even open your mouth. Now add a second layer, the fear of being judged. That fear creates a background process, a kind of internal monitor, constantly checking, am I saying this right? Do I sound stupid? Are they noticing my accent? That monitoring process consumes the exact mental bandwidth you need for word retrieval. And here's the moment that changes everything. The instant you start monitoring your own mistakes is the exact moment you cause the stuttering you're trying to avoid. You're not failing at English, you're multitasking under threat, and no brain does that well. So how do you fix this? Not by learning more words. The fix isn't expanding your vocabulary. It's strengthening the neural shortcuts between the concepts in your head and the words that come out of your mouth. This is called chunking, and it's one of the most underrated tools in language fluency. Instead of building a sentence word by word, subject, verb, object, grammar rule, your brain learns to retrieve entire phrases as single units. How's it going isn't 5 words to your brain anymore. It's one chunk, one decision instead of 5. The fewer decisions your brain has to make per sentence, the less room there is for freezing. High-frequency communication patterns, common phrases, common structures, bypass the slow, formal grammar rule pathway completely. That's the shortcut fluent speakers actually use, whether they realize it or not.
Understanding the problem isn't enough. You need to train the reflex.
Start with what's called low-stakes iteration, practicing speech in environments where your survival brain stays calm. Talking to yourself, recording voice notes, practicing with a patient friend instead of a stranger who might judge you. The goal is repetition without the amygdala hijack, so your brain builds retrieval paths without the fear response sabotaging them. Next, a technique called shadowing, repeating native speech in real time, matching rhythm and pace without stopping to translate. This automates muscle memory. It moves speaking from a conscious, effortful task into something closer to instinct. And finally, the mindset shift that matters most. Stop chasing linguistic perfection. Start chasing functional flow. Perfection freezes you. Flow keeps you moving, even through a mistake, even through a pause, even through the wrong word. Because a sentence that keeps moving is infinitely more valuable than a perfect one that never gets said. Your brain isn't broken. It's not underqualified. It's just running old survival software in a modern social situation. Once you understand why the block happens, the amygdala hijack, the translation tax, the monitoring trap, you can start training around it instead of fighting it blind. If this helped you understand your own freeze moments, subscribe, because next we're breaking down the exact daily exercises that rebuild this retrieval pathway in real time. See you in the next one.